Oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this. This is so out of my comfort zone.
Hey, what up, guys? It's your girl Talana, and welcome back. Today I am joined with my mom. Say hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Today we are going to be doing kind of a different video. It's an advice video, and I never do this. I might want to because I'm a therapist. So this video is gonna be
what not to say when someone dies.
Yeah.
And what to say when someone dies.
yes, because I feel like this is like a video that a lot of people need, especially during the virus, and the world is just crazy. I mean, it's true. Like, a lot of people, like, in the past month, we personally have lost 3 different people. It's just not been a fun month.
With losing these 3 people, people are giving their condolences to us, and a lot of people are saying such sweet things that make us cry and make you feel good. And then there's those other people that you're like, are you kidding with that comment? What we want to do, because it really is hard to know what to say when somebody loses someone, whether it's a parent or a friend or a child. Really, we're going to talk about what to say and what not to say.
And like some of the things that we've had said to us that we're like, what just went through my head right now?
So like the worst thing anyone ever said to me, and it's like funny because it's so bad. So I had lost my dad, and then 2 years later I lost my mom. And when I lost my mom, someone at my work came up to me, and I had 2 friends with me, and she's like, oh, now you're a member of the Orphans Club too! High five! An orphan high five. What the? Seriously? And my friend who was standing next to me, her jaw drops up. She was like, I couldn't even believe someone said that.
Don't be like the orphan club lady.
Other things people have said are like, you're like, so-and-so just died. Oh well, be positive. Like, no, I don't want to be positive.
Wow,
I'm
thank you.
sad, and I want to cry and be negative.
Wow, thank you. I'm suddenly so positive now. Thank you for that comment.
I'm perfectly fine now.
2 of the people that we lost were my grandparents, and they were 3 weeks apart, so it was a lot of stressful stuff in a short period of time. So when my grandpa passed away, we had posted stuff on Facebook, and we got literally all of these comments that were so nice. And then their friend, she commented on my uncle's post and said, oh, you know, I miss who they used to be.
Because they both had Alzheimer's dementia.
I got so angry. I told her off, and she's like an old lady, and I was just like... Our point of this video is saying every comment that you post on their post or you text them or whatever, it should be focused on love and not on the sad things that happen. So it's like, I miss who they used to be. They were perfectly nice people their whole lives.
Yeah.
And still, even at the end, they had bad days, they had good days, but they still at their core were good people. Remember them in the way that they were their whole lives.
Right.
Oh, I used to like them. That's basically what you're saying. Like, you know?
Yeah.
And that's just like, you don't ever want to say that.
Right. Another thing that happened to a friend of mine, and I know it's happened to a lot of people, if they lost a kid, people literally go, well, at least you have another kid. Worst thing to say ever. Or at least you have your other parent. Or whatever. What?
That doesn't make it less bad.
So think about what you're going to say before you say it. And great thing is on social media, you have time to write something thoughtful. And when you get comments from that, like if somebody dies in your family, write down the thing. I literally wrote down some of the good ones. I was like, I'm going to say something like this to someone because it made me feel so good and comforted when this person said this.
Another thing that we don't like when people say is when people say death is a part of life. We're aware of that. Does that make us happier in any way? Now you think about how you're gonna die someday.
Right. Logic does not help you.
No.
In death. Because it's an emotion. It's an emotional thing.
Like, personally, we aren't religious, and totally okay if you're religious. Whatever religion you are, totally okay. If you're trying to comfort someone that you don't know the religion, or they're a different religion than yours, don't comfort them with words that would help people in your religion. Like, they're in a better place. If the person doesn't believe in heaven, it's just gonna...
That's irritating.
It's just gonna bug them. Like, believe all these different things. And if they're your best friend and you go to church with them all the time and you know everything about their religion, comment what you think that their religion would like. They're in heaven. They're in a better place. That will be comforting to that person.
They're with Jesus now.
Yes.
But don't say that to your Jewish friends, because that's kind of offensive.
Most people, while they wouldn't get offended by something regards to religion like that, like, because I personally think that when people say, I'm praying for you, I don't personally think that is helpful to me, but I know it's your most thoughtful way of saying I care about you.
It's kind. Yeah,
it's kind
too, but
But when you say they're in a better place and you're not taking the like aspect that I don't believe that part of like your religion, you're already upset. It brings out a part of you that's gonna be like, well, I don't think that. Why would they say that? Why would they not take that in? Because you're all over the place when you're dealing with death and grief. It's better to use something that's love-based and like
Sending our love, sending hugs to you.
yes, like loving things rather than something religion-based. If you don't know, go ahead if you know.
Right.
But don't assume. The last thing for what we personally don't think you should say is just condolences. Period.
You didn't put any thought in that.
No, it's like someone has a gun to your head and it's just like, you have to comment on this post. It's like condolences.
Some prayers either.
Yeah.
Because that's just a catch-all and
That-
that doesn't mean
yeah.
anything. I don't think you're thinking or praying it for me.
No, prayers didn't help keep the person alive.
Right? Where are your prayers 2 weeks ago? So what should you do when someone passes away? What's the right response? The worst response you could do. Do you want to know what that is? Saying nothing. You remember, you're like, how come that person didn't say anything?
Yeah, because I have a public Instagram, I posted for both of my grandparents separately. I had complete strangers that follow, that support me on YouTube. I love you guys. That are way more supportive than my friends that I hang out with every day.
And if you're a good friend with someone, you shouldn't just comment on their social media.
No.
You should send them a card, a email, a text, something.
Call
Or
them.
call them. Like the phone and say,
You know what that is.
And say, I'm so sorry. And that, you know what? That's the best thing to say right there. I'm so sorry. This sucks.
Yes.
That is actually the most, and think about yourself. If something bad has happened to you, you're like, oh, I'm sorry, but I'm sure it's for a better reason. Or I'm sure they're in a better place. No, I'm sorry, this sucks. Because that's really what you want to hear.
There's a Parks and Rec episode where one of the characters is pregnant and she's feeling all these awful things that come with being pregnant, and her husband was just like, let me fix everything for you. And she's like, I can't take it. Just say that sucks and then just hug me. And that's what you want.
Yeah.
And there's some things that you can't fix because you can't bring the person back. You can't do anything that replaces them. So it's like, you just say, damn, that sucks, because it just sucks.
It does. So that's the best thing. But don't go, well, I don't know what to say, so I'm not going to say anything.
No.
Even if you just say, I'm so sorry for your loss, that's fine.
So, another thing is, if you knew the person decently well, like you spent any time with them that was even remotely memorable, say a memory. I remember when we went to this party together and we talked about this. Anything that like draws back to a time when they were alive and like themselves. Oh, like these people care about them too, and like, you know, it just makes you feel better having people say memories about them.
Yeah. Funny or sweet. Yeah. That's like one of the best things to say. And to say they loved you so much, that's like...
Oh, that's the favorite. That's anything where the subject of the sentence is love. Like, they loved you, they loved doing this, and like walks in the park or whatever. Like, something that just like is focused on that. And like, I personally don't like this, is when people are like, if they're suffering in pain for a while, you're like, they're out of pain now. It sounds like a good thing because I know the person is focusing on, oh, they are no longer in pain. That's a great thing. The focus of the sentence is pain. And you're thinking about they were in pain at the end of their lives, and no one wants to think about that. They want to think of they loved this, they loved you, they like stuff like that. And so I don't
remember
think
when we went on that trip together, and I mean that kind of stuff. Be happy. Focus on the love and the positive.
Anyways, we hope that you got something from this video.
If you would comment below on maybe the worst or the best thing somebody said to you when you had someone pass away, that would be really helpful, because I think it's kind of interesting to see what other people have had to go through as well.
Yeah, try to be one of the people that people are like, damn, that person really said something that made me cry, made me feel better for you know, a little bit. That is all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social media at Talana Jordan, and let me know if you want to see more videos with my mom. And I will see you guys next week. Peace! The do's and don'ts of consoling your friends?
Condolences. Consoling people.
Consoling people.
Okay.
Right? Is that it?
Start over.
I won't do that.